All right, everybody. Welcome to another week. It is July 21st, 2025. Welcome to the He Said, She Said Sports Talk Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Big Red along with Tony. What's good, Tony? How are you?
I'm good, Big Red. How are you doing?
Doing good. It was a lot of sports going on this past week, obviously. We're going to touch on a few things. Big news, obviously, in the WNBA All-Star weekend was this past weekend. What was your takes on the All-Star weekend? Shout out to Sabrina winning the three-point competition.
So three.
Uh, and then also to Natasha Cloud for winning the skills competition. Yeah, both
Yes,
of them for the Liberty.
the
But yeah, no,
Liberty continuing to prove why they're the best of the best.
yeah, they definitely been dominating this year for sure.
They dominated all the skills challenges, the three-point
Hmm.
challenge. Um, Loved seeing T Cloud participate and win that. I think she's been a fantastic addition to Liberty. I've been so happy with how she's been playing and just to come out win the skills challenge. Good for her. Um, Watching Sab do the three-point contest is always the highlight of All-Star weekend for me if she does it. And it wasn't even the highlight for me this year. I have to say, it was amazing. Wasn't the highlight this year. There's so
Uh,
much going on at this All-Star weekend. Obviously, too, with all the CBA negotiations going on
mhm.
as well. There was just chaos at WNBA All-Star. They turned Indy into Miami for a
Yeah,
week.
I heard they said it was like Indy Miami, Indiami, whatever they was calling it.
I mean, Team Collier won the All-Star game,
Yes.
and they won fueled on hangover and like IV drip bags, and they were lit. These ladies,
Yeah.
first of all, beating the allegations that there is any animosity within the WNBA. These players do not hate each other. They all had the
No.
best weekend together. I like Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark was in the building, Angel Reese was in the building, Paige Beckers was in the building. Everybody was all in this building that you all say all hate each other. They were having a blast. They were having the time
Hmm.
of their lives, and we got to see it all very raw, very unedited through the Stud Bud stream.
Yeah, Stud
Did
Buds. Tell
you
people about
know
the
who
Stud Buds.
Do you know who the Stud Buds are, Big Red?
A little bit. You kind of got me a little bit familiar with them, but for me and the rest of the audience, why don't you let people know who the Stud Buds are and what event took place All-Star weekend with
Yeah.
the Stud Buds?
Yeah, so two players on the Minnesota Lynx, Courtney Williams, who I love, and Natasha Heidemann. They do Twitch streams and they call themselves the Stud Buds, and they bring on every whenever teams are visiting Minnesota, they'll bring people on the Twitch stream, and so a bunch of
Uh-huh.
people have made appearances on this Twitch stream, and basically it's just them being hilarious and gay. That's what their Twitch stream is about. But they gave us an exclusive look into WNBA All-Star. Natasha Heidemann was not named a WNBA All-Star this year, but she is part of the Stud Buds crew, and so she came with Courtney and
Uh-huh.
was a part of like the filming, and she was invited to everything. And what I loved about it and what it says about Court as a friend is that she let Teaspoon participate in every aspect of All Star. They walked the carpet together. They lit up the welcome party together. Uh,
Hmm. I definitely seen some I don't know if it was from Stud Buds, but I definitely seen some shots of them kicking it
oh my God,
heavy.
life of the party. They had Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, dancing on the Stud Bud stream with them. So, despite the fact that it doesn't seem like CBA negotiations are going all that well, they got Kathy in their pocket now. They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
all getting down together.
Maybe they're trying to soften her up a little bit for the negotiations, you know.
Uh,
There,
It was
there
lit.
was
It was really fun to see, and it's something that no other league does, because no other league is willing to get that messy. Um, and air out their business
Yeah.
like that.
Uh, I mean, the NBA definitely couldn't. I couldn't see doing nothing like that, especially during All-Star weekend. There's not. I'm not going to say all NBA players because there's some good guys in the bunch, but there's rumors on NBA players, being players, and having their little side flings and doing this and that, or they might have a little sneaky link there, so they might not want to be on your camera, so.
They couldn't handle the stud buds because the stud buds were outing every queer couple in the WNBA.
Yeah, which is crazy because I didn't even know Paige and Fudd were
Oh
dating.
yeah, for years.
I
They've been
had no
private,
clue.
not secret for years.
Yeah, I had no clue. I saw that this weekend. I said, "What?" That's you learn something new every day, I guess.
They were on the Stud Budge stream. Um, there's a couple others, and it's all out there. I'm not airing out anybody's business that didn't make it official. I mean, Paige and AZ made it official. Paige went on Wag Talk and talked about AZ as her girlfriend. So that's out there. But there are some other speculatory ones that were all rumors and gossip that Stud
Yeah.
Buds kind of alluded to, airing out their business a little bit, talking about like, I'm not trying to steal your woman or this or that. That was kind of confirmation for a lot of people who had been speculating about these things, but
Hmm.
not necessarily official confirmation. So I'm not airing out anybody's business on here, but the stud buds definitely did.
Okay, for sure. I mean, shout out to the Studbuds. They obviously are doing their thing with their podcast. They got, like you said, they obviously took it to All-Star weekend, maybe to try to soften up the commissioner about these CBA talks.
Yeah.
The players had a meeting, a players only meeting about wearing the shirts that all the girls decided to wear to say, "Pay us what you owe us."
Yeah.
Uh, they all came to an agreement to that. How do you feel about that? I think personally it was good for them to do that. They used one of the biggest stages of the year uh, to use that for the negotiations. Obviously, the WNBA is growing, so the salary should be growing along with that as well. But right now, the system is just not uh, going and meant for that. So, how do you feel about the possible changes that are coming with the CBA?
Yeah, I'm saying like they're all in the same room partying and stuff. To me, that just makes it a weekend of unity.
Hmm.
Everybody came together. You see, like I said, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese are partying in the same room. They're wearing the same shirt. These are faces of the league, whether you like it or not, and
Yeah,
they use the biggest stage to make a statement. Um, I don't know. It opens up criticism saying what you owe us. Definitely. I see how that can open up criticism. I like that they did it.
me too.
I think that something needed to be said, just to
And
push
why
the
not use the
envelope a
biggest
little bit.
stage? Why not use a
Because
stage like the All-Star,
that
too?
first meeting was essentially a wasted opportunity. They've been
Hmm.
saying that there was just a lot of introductory stuff, not a lot went on, and really none of the issues were discussed at length. So
Yeah.
this is something that needs to get moved on, and this is them pushing the envelope on that. So in a very unified way.
Yeah, no, definitely. Those girls definitely need to be paid. I mean, the amount of money these teams are making now, is growing and it's ridiculous. But so I
We
mean,
saw that an expansion team can make money. You've got multiple new expansion teams coming in over the next 5 years. Absolutely. If teams are expanding, if new teams are coming in, if you want to expand rosters, then you also
hmm
need to expand salaries.
definitely. With all the expansion teams coming in, you definitely need to expand salaries for sure. Um, let's talk a little bit about the game, the actual game. Obviously, Team Collier won, as you said earlier, 151 to 131. I wanted to get your take on the rules for the All-Star because there were some different rules that were going on that included a 4-point shot, a shorter 20-second shot clock, live play substitutions, and automatic points for free throws, except in the final 2 minutes. So, as out of all those rules, are there any rules you don't like?
Honestly, no. I thought it was a lot of fun. This game was all meant to be
Mhm.
fun. And we kind of said this about the All-Star game when we talked about the NBA.
Yeah.
Boring. A lot of people sat out. It needs new ways to make it interesting. You need to change things up. And
Hmm.
whether it was too much for some people or not, like that's exactly what the W did. They changed it up. It was a completely different kind of game. You could see them having fun. They were all hungover, so it's not like anybody was
Yeah.
taking it in a full gear. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but it just let it be a lot of fun, and it reminded me of like when you were a kid and you'd go to like the Harlem Globetrotters or something like that for like
Hmm.
fun, crazy, wild basketball. That's what this felt like to me. Um,
Yeah.
it it captures a lot of the magic of the fun of the sport, and of course, it was Paige Beckers to hit the first 4-point shot.
Yeah,
Uh,
she definitely did do that. Yeah, yeah.
but it was all fun. It was a really, really fun watch. And if you didn't get a chance to watch it, definitely look at some of the highlights from that game because it was just enjoyable. And I was
You
smiling.
know,
And that's what you want out of the All-Star game.
something that's crazy. The WNBA, I love that. I love the change that they made with the point automatic points for free throws in the All-Star game. The NBA needs to adapt that because free throws in the All-Star game is pretty boring. You
It
know,
kept it moving. It kept it moving.
yeah, it keeps the game moving for sure. The NBA definitely needs to adapt that, in my opinion. Because, like I said, the free throws aren't it in an All-Star game. It just slows up the game, obviously, as well. I like the automatic play-in substitutions. I like that as well. That way, it doesn't slow up the game. Bless you.
Hey, you.
But yeah, no, I definitely like those rules, and the NBA definitely needs to adapt the free throw rule, I think. Nafisha Collier obviously was the All-Star Game MVP. She had a All-Star career high in points, obviously as well, 36. She had 9 boards as well. Shout out to Skylar Diggins because she had a triple double. I believe that's the first triple double in the WNBA All-Star. Um, but yeah, overall, it was a great weekend for all the ladies. They had a good time. It seemed like they had a good time, especially on the stud buds.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. But no, definitely looks futures look brighter and brighter for the WNBA as we've been rooting for. So definitely a great All-Star weekend for the WNBA. They won, my opinion. But let's talk NBA news. Summer League championship was this past weekend where Charlotte won. The Hornets won 83-78 over Sacramento. Your boy Con Nipple. I don't know how to say his name. He was their summer league MVP. I like him. He was the fourth pick in the draft from Duke. I like him. He played ball in Wisconsin. I think he's a good piece for Charlotte for sure. What was your take on the summer league game? And did you check any of it out, or did you check out any of the summer league?
I've checked in on Summer League here and there, just to see how some of those rookies are doing, but it has definitely not been at the forefront of my mind between the actual WNBA season going on and the basketball that I coach personally for my girls. So it's
Yes,
been a busy couple of weeks for me.
Coach Tony. Coach
But I
Tony.
definitely I've heard the buzz for the Duke boys, so that's
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, no, definitely. Shout out to them. That's the first title and only title the Hornets ever have, and their first only trophy. No other players ever won a trophy in the Hornets history, which is crazy to me. Thinking about old school, Alonzo Mourning never won Defensive Player of the Year, nothing, nobody. It's crazy, but
That's actually nuts.
yeah. Other NBA news as well, though. Marcus Smart signed with the Lakers, 2-year, $11 million deal. Apparently, he was recruited by Luca to come play there, so. Um, I guess it's good for the Lakers that Luka's trying to get people to play there, showing he's trying to stay there for his future, maybe.
Yeah,
But
to me, that's kind of exactly what it says is, Luca is committed to being there. He wants to bring in pieces that he thinks are going to help make them a winning organization and take them to the next level, especially eyeing again the end of LeBron's career. So
hmm
that's a
yeah.
commitment. That's definitely a commitment from him.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I saw that Jokic wasn't signing an extension either, but people were trying to say maybe it was because he was leaving and going to try to team up with Luca, but I don't think so. I just think it was a money move because next year, if he waits until next year to negotiate, he'll be eligible for a lot more. So that's why I think he didn't extend. So, but yeah, no, shout out to Marcus Smart for definitely signing another piece. The Lakers are going to need some help for sure in the tough Western Conference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a good addition for them. Definitely helps them out.
Yeah. But let's go to NFL. Let's talk some football. We've been itching to talk some football, definitely. Um,
I only ever want
TJ,
football, Big Red. I only ever want to talk football, Big Red, unless we're talking about women's basketball. If you don't
no,
know that about me
sure.
by now,
I definitely know you are now, for sure to know that that's what you want to talk about, definitely. 100%. And we're going to talk about a little bit of it here today. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed TJ Watt to an extension, 3 year, $123 million, 108 million guaranteed, which makes him the highest non-paid quarterback at 40.1, I think, or 41 million a year. What's your take on that? And how do you feel about that? Is that deserving of TJ and the Steelers to get it done?
I mean, we've talked about all these guys deserving their pay bumps. Each time that it happens, we raise the bar on the highest non-paid quarterback in the league, which has
Yeah.
been really fun this offseason for sure. To
Uh-huh.
me, this says one, TJ Watt's still a Steeler. Love that.
Yeah.
Um, and two, the market for an edge rusher continues to go up.
It definitely is. Because I'm sure Micah Parsons just rubbing his hands and licking his chops because I'm sure he's going to be, in my opinion, the next highest non-paid quarterback when his contract comes up pretty soon. So he's in the last year of his rookie deal.
Well, to me, it just says that the Bengals should have paid Trey a long time ago, and
Yeah, because I mean, it's just getting worse and worse the longer
because
they
they're
wait.
gonna pay him ultimately. Big Red. Here's the thing: they're gonna pay him, and
Hmm
it's gonna be way more money than they wanted to pay him.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I hope so because I like Trey a lot. I mean, I liked him before he was a Bengal. So I mean, he's definitely proven and shown year after year, that he's productive and obviously leading the league in sacks last year. But no, definitely, obviously, Steelers needed to get it done against T.J. Watt. Get him signed. He's led the league in sacks, tackles for loss, forced fumbles since he's been in the league. So, I mean, it's well deserved, obviously. So, congrats to him. Still don't think they're competing in that division, but you know, we'll get to that later. We got some predictions later for that, but also shout out to Sauce Gardner who signed with the Jets. He signed a 4 year, $120 million deal, 60 million guaranteed, which makes him the highest paid corner. Now, how do you feel about that? Do you think he deserves to be the highest paid corner in the league? Did you think he deserved that deal? Because a lot of people don't think he does with his drop in performance last year.
I mean, yeah, I don't know that he's the best cornerback in the league right now. So if that's how you want to reflect payment, then no, he shouldn't be the highest paid cornerback in the league. But also, the market for non-quarterbacks, like skill players, has just gone up. So
Yeah.
each time that people are getting paid, they're getting paid more and more. So it's not surprising to me. And, congrats to him on getting this bag. But do I
Yeah.
think the drop in production that he's the best corner in the league anymore? No.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I feel like they gave him a lot of money. They gave him a little too much money. You ask me. I don't think he's top cornerback money type of player. He's definitely top five, but um, I don't think he should uh, got as much as they gave him. But shout out to him for definitely getting this bag. He definitely got a bag. 60 million guaranteed, 120 mil 4 years. So I mean, shout out to Sauce. But another thing about the NFL as well, I wanted to talk about was my boys. They had their ring ceremony this past week. Uh, did you get a look at the rings and what did you think about them? I love them obviously with the wings, how they extend out. That was very creative. I've never seen a Super Bowl ring like that. So shout out to whoever created that ring. It was dope.
Definitely. Definitely a cool design. My first thought was someone should probably get Jason Kelsey one. Because he deserves something that cool.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Jason.
But they're very cool. The design is really unique, really interesting. Um, I didn't like tune into the ring ceremony or nothing like that, but I definitely
Yeah.
got a good look at them. So
Yeah, no. I mean, I didn't tune into the ring ceremony either. Looked like them guys had a good time. They came with family, friends, wives, kids, and stuff. Hung out. Um, there was a only thing I heard about the ceremony was that apparently Jalen Hurts did not put on his ring. He never took his ring off of the out of the ring case. Apparently, that's what I hear. Apparently, because he's just, on some mental psyche of not being satisfied. So he didn't like put on the ring. There's no picture. Nobody found a picture of him with the ring on. So that was the
wouldn't
only thing
surprise
I got
me.
from him. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. But no, the rings were definitely dope. I mean, there was so much unique things about them, but the wings were definitely top tier for sure. But definitely shout out to Eagles on the rings and getting the ring ceremony. For sure. But now we're gonna start something new, which we're gonna call it Tony's Takes. And basically, I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions, and we're gonna get your take on it, your opinions. So, are you ready? I got a couple questions for you.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All
Uh,
right, let's do it.
all right. Since we've been talking about edge rushers, who will lead the league in sacks this season, in Tony's opinion?
Do you want Tony the Bengals fan's opinion or do you want Tony the realistic?
How about we do both? Because I
Okay.
feel like you're going to say Trey Hendrickson,
It's
which wouldn't.
Trey Hendrickson, both
Okay,
times. Come
I
on. Are
can't
you
argue
kidding
that.
me? Come on. He
I
led the
can't
league last
argue
year.
that because he led the league in sacks last year.
He
So
led
I
the
get
league
it.
in sacks last year. That he is going to get paid, guys. I am very confident in that. He's going to get paid. I don't think he's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback. I don't think
No,
they're going to pay him like that. And I
no.
think that there should be incentives in his contract that inspire him to do this little extra bit of work. So I think he'll lead the league in sacks again.
Okay. All right. Coming from a Bengals fan, for sure.
No,
Uh,
shocking.
all
I
right. So
there's
if you weren't a Bengals fan,
I
who
still
would
think it's going to be Trey Hendrickson if I'm not a Bengals fan. But and I'll just give you a little bit, I'll give you a little bit more. It will be one of your AFC North guys. If it is for some reason not Trey, it will be one of the
TJ or
AFC.
Miles Garrett? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. An AFC North guy for sure will lead the sacks in sacks this season. Tony's take for sure. All right. Second question. I know you've seen these. The Pittsburgh Steelers released their new alternate uniforms. It's a throwback based off the 1933 uniforms. Um, I think you've seen them. So have you seen them? And what is your opinion on those uniforms coming from a Bengals fan?
I have seen them. I don't even need to come at it as a Bengals fan. I love history. I do. I am a history buff. I love reading about history, learning about history. Some things are meant to stay in the past. These are one of them. We should have left these in the 90s. They're ugly, and that was my first thought.
Yeah.
They kind of look like a very ugly version of the Bumblebee Transformer.
Yeah, I can see where you say that from. I can see that.
And someone really needs to explain to me the gold pants as a
Yeah.
with the Bumblebee yellow and black with gold pants because they are heinous.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you so much. I think that's like an old, it's so ugly, but I think it's like an old school thing where their pants used to be like that color, you know, kind of like how some teams use the gray as like their solid pants color. Like that was just, I don't know, but it doesn't match whatsoever. Um,
It doesn't look
I'm
good.
not really a fan of the jerseys either. I mean, they tried a little bit, but only thing I could say is okay is the helmet. From the helmet down, you miss me with it. So
The
I
helmet
agree
is
with,
cool. The helmet's cool. I'll give you that. The helmet's cool.
yeah, from the helmet down, and then there's no names on the back. I really don't like that either. Jerseys with no names on the back. So
I just like there are really cool throwback uniforms out there. Who put this together and said, "Yeah, this stands with the other throwback uniforms."
yeah, this is gonna be the hardest one, you know. Who did say that? I don't know. Uh I mean, Steeler fans definitely getting clowned about it. The jerseys.
Who's
I'm sure.
buying it? Is that like is this available for purchase? Because I don't think anybody's
Yeah,
buying
it
this.
will be available for purchase. That is a thing. You will see them probably at Cincinnati Bengals and Pittsburgh Steelers games. So.
Great. Can't wait.
Well, that is this week's Tony's Takes. Next, we're going to do some predictions. We're going to do some divisions. We're going to go through the divisions and predict the order of the divisions for this year's season. Any division particular you want to start with, or?
No, lead the way.
All right, we'll start out west then. We're going to go AFC West. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Take the lead here.
Okay. AFC West, I am going to go Chiefs winning the division, obviously. And then give me the Broncos 2, Raiders 3, Chargers 4.
Okay. Okay.
AFC West.
I
Should
hate
I keep going?
I hate picking the Chiefs first. Come on.
I know. I know you do. I hate picking the Chiefs first too, but
Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
okay. So our bottom two was
I
flipped.
think the Raiders improve, but not past where the Chargers are at. I think the Chargers have improved as a team. But
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. Chargers just got to get it done, man. They have good teams all the time. They just got to get it done. But let's go AFC South.
mhm.
Um, I'll go first again. This is a tough one,
This
but
is
I'm going to say give me the Texans winning the AFC South. Then Jaguars second, Colts third, Titans last. Titans fans are going to hate me in Nashville.
yeah. I share your sentiments here. I think the Colts have a real quarterback problem. I don't think they know what they're going to do unless Anthony Richardson comes out and finally performs.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think CJ Stroud comes back improved this year. I think he had a sophomore slump. I don't think it continues. I think that
yeah. I think he has another great year this year too.
and I actually think that their record improves past 10 wins. I think the AFC South overall like improves this year
Hmm.
because they were one of the worst. And
Yeah.
they were the worst division last year, right?
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they were.
Mhm. But I'll share your sentiments. Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans.
Yeah. That's about what I got too. Yeah. All right, let's go AFC East. Uh, give me the Bills winning. Patriots 2. Mm. Dolphins 3, Jets 4. I want to put the Jets 3 so bad, but
I'm
I trust
going
the
to.
Dolphins one.
I'm going to.
You
I
going to?
no, no, I'm not. I can't. I share your sentiments once again. I've got Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I
Jets, it
mean,
doesn't matter. They just don't seem to win.
yeah, no, definitely. All right, and last but not least for the AFC, we got the AFC North.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. This one's tough too, really. As far as the top two goes, it's a toss up. I'm gonna go Ravens though. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
Are you just going Ravens just so that we don't agree?
Nah, nah. I'm fucking with Lamar this year. I
Okay.
think this is the year for Lamar for sure. But
Okay.
yeah, no. I know it's your division, but
Mhm.
we know you got Bengals first.
I'm just gonna pick against you in your division then. Um,
I-
Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
okay, I figured that. All right, now for the NFC, we'll start out west. Um, this one's kind of tough for me too, because every year you never know. I want to say 49ers, but I'm going to say the Rams win the NFC West. Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals. That is my order.
We differ a lot here. I am gonna go Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, 49ers. I think they tank.
Okay. So,
I think they tank again.
okay. So you got the 49ers at the bottom. You got the
I
Cardinals.
just maybe it's like personal. I don't know. I just think they tank again.
Yeah, yeah. I
I could
mean,
I could see it going Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks. I see the Seahawks taking a step back.
yeah. I do see the Cardinals making steps forward too. I do feel you on that, but I don't know. We'll see if they'll take those steps to pass the Niners up. I do see the Seahawks take a step back as well, but
I just I
let's
don't I don't see Christian McCaffrey being healthy enough to go really
yeah.
this year.
Mhm.
We've seen what Brock Purdy looks like without his weapons. He's not that impressive without his weapons.
Yeah, they lost Debo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, consistency loss with that team. I have no idea what they did with Kyle Juszczyk, with dropping him, re-signing him. Like I also think that their locker room is a mess. Uh,
Hmm.
so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all right, you heard it there first. 49ers, bottom of the NFC West. All right, let's go NFC South. And ooh, I'm gonna go Buccaneers winning the NFC South. Give me the Falcons 2, Panthers 3, Saints 4. That's what.
I kind of agree with you. I really want to throw something hot out there, but I don't know if
Go ahead.
I can.
Make it hot.
I don't know if I can. I like the Bucks. I think that they're very good. I almost want to say that the Falcons are going to win it though.
That's not
I,
a bad
I'm
pick.
going to say the Falcons win the division, and
Yeah,
that the Bucks still make the playoffs, but the Falcons win
yeah.
the division.
That's a good pick because the Falcons are definitely improved for sure. And if Michael Penix is what they expect him to be, then they'll be fine. Plus, they still got Kirk Cousins there to
Yeah,
rely on.
but definitely to finish out Panthers Saints. Once again, I think the Panthers improve.
Yeah, me too. I think the Panthers improved too. They drafted well.
I also think the Saints get worse.
I think so as well. I don't think they have a quarterback. We talked about their quarterback situation with Tyler Shutt and Spencer Rattler. I don't trust either one of those guys. So
I think they're a 3-win team this year.
yeah, me too. Definitely, they'll be top three pick in the draft again next year.
Mm.
But let's go NFC North, which is another tough one. Definitely another tough one. I'm going to say Detroit is going to win the division again. Um, Give me Vikings 2 and Bears 3, Packers 4. I think the Bears make a little jump this year. Uh, I mean, the Packers, Jordan Love, he's good, but I still think they're still missing a lot of pieces. I think it's going to be tough for them in that division. So, yeah, they'll have a fall off, a fallback this year, in my opinion.
This is really hard.
It is.
I really want to like make a crazy hot takes here, but I also feel like it's just not realistic yet.
Yeah, but I mean, you might as well make it because that way, when the season comes, and if it's like that, you caught it. If that's how you feel, if that's what your gut telling you, you know, sometimes it's good to not go with what's realistic. I do that all the time. I'll just go and make the craziest
Yeah,
pick.
I know. I just don't think it's this year. I think we're 1 year
The
away from the
Bears,
Bears
is
finishing
that?
second in the division.
Yeah, well,
Um,
you were liking the Bears. I like the Bears
I like
too.
the Bears a lot.
Yeah,
Um, I'll do it. I'll go. First year head coaches just don't do this though, like that often. I don't think
yeah.
it's big of a jump. Um, yeah,
I mean, don't get it twisted. The Lions could have setbacks as well. I mean,
they could. They could. I don't think that they lose the division though.
yeah,
I
I
think the
don't think
Lions
so
win
either.
the division. And you know I'm a big Lions supporter. Um,
Hmm.
I'll go Lions, Bears, Vikings, Packers.
Okay,
I
that's
want
that's a
I
good.
want to see a
I
big jump
like that.
up. And I think Ben Johnson is going to be a really good head coach. It's going to be about whether or not it all clicks. I
Hmm.
don't know that it'll be this year, but I do think it's very much possible. And I think the Vikings could have setbacks with a rookie
I
quarterback, or
definitely
and
could because we
essentially
don't know what McCarthy is. We don't
we
know
don't
what
know
he
what he
is.
is.
Yeah,
So
so I could definitely see that as well. The Vikings having a setback, and like I mentioned earlier, the Packers I feel like are going to have a down year as well. So
I did say last week though that I thought JJ McCarthy could be a breakout player this year.
we yeah we both did, but he could be, but then he could have his struggles. He hasn't played enough yet, so
Yeah. So
he
yeah, I'll sit in that for a bit. I may change my mind, but today I'll say Lions, Bears, Vikings, Packers.
all right, cool. All right, last but not least, the NFC East. You know who I'm going with for sure at the top. Got to go with the Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys, and that's hard for me to do because I don't know, but I think the Giants will have a better season than what people expect them to have. I don't think they're going to struggle with that defense and that front seven they have. I think they're going to be in a lot of games, you know, with Big Dexter Lawrence and Abdul Carter and Keon Thibodeau. They're going to be loaded. So, and obviously, I don't trust Dallas at all. I don't think they have enough at running back. Dak is Dak. Yes, they picked up Pickens from the Steelers, but we'll see what that is with CD on the other side. But yeah, no, give me Eagles, Commanders, and the Commanders will make the playoffs at the second seed. But Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys.
Yeah, it's hard with the Cowboys because they do have weapons now. They have nothing
Yeah,
at running back, which is definitely a struggle. But they have two pretty big
good receivers.
weapons at
Yeah,
wide receiver. But if you don't have a good running back and you don't have a running back you could trust,
and
then
they drafted a running back from Texas, but we just don't know, like I said, what he
what
is.
he's going to
And he
be.
wasn't an every down back in college, so to expect him to just come in rookie year. Not saying he's not capable, but to expect him to come in and be an every down back is asking a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna say Commanders, Eagles, Giants, Cowboys.
I knew it. All right, that's cool. Hey, I'm not no shade
I
here.
I think it's very possible that they either have the same wins and losses, but the Commanders come out on top, or it's very, very close. But I have a really good feeling about year two, Jaden Daniels. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Some.
No, no, me too. And like I said, I like Jaden Daniels a lot. He's a great player. Liked him since college. Definitely excited to see what it brings. I still do think he was a little high on that top 10 list, but that they came out with, which was crazy. But no, he's definitely in for a great year. I don't think he'll have a sophomore slump. As long as those guys stay healthy, the weapons stay healthy around him, they'll be fine. And they need to sign Scary Terry too. I know I say that every week, but
Every week.
definitely need to sign Scary Terry
They've
too.
got so much going on over there. They have the president of the United States trying to bully them into not
Yeah,
building
I
their
heard about that.
stadium and taking their old name back.
hmm
I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but I mean, that's insane.
I was, I mean, my thoughts on it is I hate that they changed the name in the first place.
Right.
Uh, that's my thoughts on it. I guess it's up to the owner if he wants to decide to change it back. I don't know,
Well, and that's
but
the thing. I don't think that the president has as much um enforce like I don't think he can actually make that happen. Um,
yeah, like he don't
I
got the pull.
he
He don't
doesn't
got
have
that
the
much
pull that he
pull.
thinks he does on that. There's like a lot of things that would have to happen for him to have any real influence on that.
hmm
Um, I think it's ridiculous. The name didn't necessarily have to change in the first place. I understand why it did, and
Yeah,
I think that is a positive reason that it did, right? We're trying to, uh, you know,
I have an opinion on that too, but
I get see, but this is the thing is I always get why we do things like that. Uh,
yeah,
I don't understand why we do it sometimes and don't do it other times and
that was my
this
point.
and that.
Yeah,
I think the Commanders logo is the worst logo in the league.
it is
They really could have done something different.
a
Uh,
lot better.
but they're now building a new stadium for the Commanders. We've already gone through this process, and it is so ridiculously expensive to rebrand and change a name that
hmm
to me, when we do things like this, and people are like, well, why did we change the name in the first place? It's like, yeah, I don't really like we didn't have to. I know
Yeah,
why we did it. We didn't have to. But to change it back is not only expensive, but blatantly not caring about the reason why we changed it in the first place, which is not cute.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Like
definitely.
it's like saying, I know we did this to try to, you know, be culturally appropriate. Was it
hmm
necessary 100%? Whether people complaining about it, I don't know. But we did it to be culturally appropriate. This is saying, let's spend millions of dollars to prove that we're trying really hard to not be culturally appropriate,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is so much worse, in my opinion.
Uh-huh. And no, you made some fabulous points for sure. Obviously, rebranding a team takes a lot, it costs a lot, 100% on that. And then it's like, all the other teams that were forced to change their name, are they gonna want to change their name back? I know a lot of people in Ohio were pissed about the Indians being changed to the Guardians. I
Right.
know people that still don't like the Guardians, that name, the Guardians, and the Indians had Chief Oahu, which was the Indian that was on the hat. That was like a big thing. People loved the mascot. It was like a big thing. So um, it just doesn't make any sense now, like you said, to try to change it back. I don't know, I never had a problem with it in the first place. Being the Redskins, I actually like that was like before they changed it, that was really like one of my favorite logos, to be honest.
I love
The
that.
Redskin logo. I don't know why, but it just was.
Yeah.
Um,
So I mean, it's one of those things, and especially in sports, like it's something that always confuses me when we do it. But then when I see it outside of sports, like I'm adamantly against it. So like I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw, but they changed a lot of the military bases in the South back to their Confederate names. Which,
Mm-hmm.
number one, they didn't notify the people that they were renamed after, that they were taking their names off of
Names
these
off.
boards.
Yeah.
They spent ridiculous amounts of money to change all of the signage back, all of the street signage and the highway signage back to these Confederate names. And it's like that, and then they're like, well, we don't want to erase history and the Confederacy or whatever, but the Confederacy is not a part of the United States history.
History. Yeah.
They seceded from the United States. So what the fuck? Like it just, and you're spending so much money to prove a point that what?
Mm-hmm.
That we want to rename them after Confederates who fought for slaves. So, when it's outside of
Yeah.
sports, I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Uh-huh. You're
In
right.
sports, I'm like, why are we changing it? Like, nobody really cares that they're called the Indians. Nobody really cares that they're called this. And there's so many ways to work in and around it, as long as there's no like uproar from the native people that
Mm-hmm.
land is on. But like, I went to Syracuse, right? And one of the big things about Syracuse University is that it is built on native Onondaga land. And
Yeah.
we fly the native Onondaga flag next to um the US flag in our stadium. And
Mm-hmm.
we, before every game, make a statement that honors the native Onondaga tribes on which we use their land. And that's it. That's all you have to do is
Yeah.
be aware and recognize and and share that history. You don't have to
Uh-huh.
do anything crazy.
Yeah,
Uh,
you don't have to try to like eliminate history or
right.
completely block out history.
You
I
don't have
get.
to eliminate it, but you also like you can honor it in a respectful way and still keep these names. And so like this comes up a lot. The town that I'm from is Massapequa and the high school is the Massapequa Chiefs. And I really
Mm-hmm.
can give two fucks if they're called the Massapequa Chiefs or not.
Yeah.
It does not affect me. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I was a three-sport athlete as a Massapequa Chief, and I don't give a flying fuck if they change the name. Does not bother me, but it
Uh-huh.
bothers a lot of people in this town. And the town
Well,
has,
I know some people like even not to cut you off, but I know some people who even when the Redskins, formerly known as the Redskins, were thinking about changing their names, a lot of the natives and Indians were not happy that they were changing it because they felt like that was a representation of them and that the tribe and everything lived on through I can't remember the chief's name, the actual chief that's on the former Redskins helmets, but they felt
yeah.
like it represented them and like they were trying to get them to. That's one of the reasons why they were trying to get them to keep it. Some people were offended by it, but a lot of them weren't. They felt
And
like
and that's exactly
it
what I
brought
was
it brought
saying.
attention to the culture. So
That's what I'm saying about Massapequa too, right? There are no more Massapequa Indian tribe members that we can ask, right?
mhm.
But there were students, I know when I was going there, that would dress up in blue face paint and headdresses and run around the field like banging on their mouths and making this
Yeah,
sound
yeah, yeah.
so disrespectful. But it
Crazy.
2 seconds to educate them and make that. I mean, we talk about so many things in history class. You talk about the Holocaust, you talk about the Civil War, you talk about all these things.
Hmm.
Why can't you recognize the land on which you are educating young minds? So
Yeah.
if you just did that, you would make it okay. But instead of honoring, recognizing, and being in support of it, you're just eliminating it.
Hmm.
Not really great. And then not honoring it, not recognizing it, not supporting it, and allowing your kids and your children to do really culturally inappropriate things, also not okay. So at no point
Yeah.
are we solving the problem. And this is, I say this all the time whenever I get into political debates. I don't feel like anybody is trying to solve the problem. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's so crazy to
No,
me.
no, you're
We're not
right. I
solving
mean,
anything.
It's going to be yin and yang with it. Like I said, at the end of the day, they shouldn't. I don't think they should be worried about changing the name back unless the owner absolutely that's what he wants to do. Bring it back. That's totally up to him. Donald Trump. I'm not sure what his idea of it is about bringing the name back, but in my opinion, I don't think they should. I don't think they should have never changed it, but I don't think they should bring it back. But it's totally up to the owner. Obviously, like I said, those type of names were never really offensive, except for really the football team, the Redskins. Like the Indians, and you still have the Kansas City Chiefs out there. And, so
Right.
nobody asked them to change theirs.
That's what
You
I'm talking
know,
about. Like, why sometimes and not other
and
times?
then it's not so. Yeah, it's like
What
yin
are
and
we deeming inappropriate at this point? And
yes. And I feel like there should be more. I feel like personally, there should be more teams named like that because it brings more light to that culture, to that attention. And in those schools, like you said, you can learn more about, it should be in the schools anyway, where you should be able to learn more about those tribes and different cultures and stuff like that. So, but yeah, no, definitely. A lot to take on, a lot to digest for sure. But we are out of time for this week's episode of the He Says, She Says Sports Talk Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Big Red. This is Tony. We will see you guys next week. And as always, it is love and peace.